All right, here we go. Start the adventure. Entry point 32. Getting unloaded. Right.
That sucker's heavy.
Alrighty then, here's the landing. Entry point 32. We just brought our gear down. Mr. Nelson, 2 boats. Mr. Herbrand, packs, fun stuff. And here comes Dose. Oh, I peeled off layers. All right, next step, load the boats and get them in the Wasser. Coming up to the Narrows. There's Nelson and Dose. And of course, we got Dr. Herbrand, Esquire the 14th, taking the lead. We got a short portage coming up that hopefully we might be able to line the canoes down it. Glorious day, glorious lake, river, body of water. All right, here's a set of rapids that were just had the portage around. It's actually beautiful. Reminds me of the old Hams commercials. From the land of sky blue waters. There's the other guys coming through the portage. Well, we got camp predominantly set up and decided to do a little fishing. Nelson caught a smallmouth, and Herbrand's a little bit down on this area. It's got a, a little bit of a rapids facing south, and he got himself a walleye. You guys want to turn around and show it off?
Surgery being done.
Nelson's doing some surgery. He's the doctor in the house.
You don't have a pliers, do you?
But there's a little island there. I'll give you a little camp tour in a second.
It's just a teaser. It doesn't grab. It pushes. See, it just pushes. Oh, what's the plan?
Beautiful little campsite. This little area runs deep. That's the way we came down. Let me see if I can't.
Can I get a view? Film?
Let me see. Look at that. Let me get a better.
We gotta go back.
You gonna make it? Yeah, put them in.
Yep. Nice fish, Tom.
Got some tonsils.
All right, I'll give you a little tour of where we're at. This is a fabulous site. That's why they call it, AKA, the Hilton. It's pretty sought after. So we were lucky to get it. Oh, cotton trees. So we're just finishing setting up, which takes some time. Here's where Tom Herbrand and Nelson are staying. Look at that. Here's my little setup. Again, we're just getting things figured out. It's really cool because there's a little island that runs here. You can see it runs on both sides. Feel lucky. Well, you snag the site, and here's where Dose is, Mr. Tom Mitchell. So it's got a lot of area, very, very spread out, very secluded. More areas for tent pads here. And he's a little bit lone wolf, hanging out in his tent. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. More tent pads back there. So let me get back to prepping for dinner. Steaks, asparagus, bacon mashed potatoes, and baked turtles for dessert. All right, more cleanup, more processing to do.
Your house is big island.
All right, first dinner in the Boundary Waters. Filet mignon, garlic and
So you got,
bacon, potatoes, and
boils, she fries
asparagus.
Chopped up sausages about this big.
I thought she was vegetarian.
Oh no, that's why I.
Ooh. How was it, guys?
No, my daughter
Awesome.
and her family are definitely carnivore.
Little breakfast time in the morning. Little breakfast time. Eggs, hash browns with Spam. Ooh, the camping delicacy. And we got Nelson scratching his behind. All right, kind of a gloomy start for the day, but we do have an adventure planned. We did take some time to set up a tarp back in that area, just in case, just a precaution. All right, time to chow.
We better get going.
Walking down to our secondary site here. We did set up a tarp, just in case. But we do have some guests here that come to visit. Some trumpeter swans. Beautiful. They're feeding. Just beautiful. They flew by last night. And there's looking south. And here's back up, there's Doses set up. Back up towards camp. Just finished breakfast, got our dishes, and then we're off for a little jaunt down to probably Gabbro. And these are the camp statues.
We're watching the wildlife. We need like a Rapala. I think we can put the one in the back. Some swan tonight.
Again, this is just so cool. It's a little island. Gotta watch where I walk. And fishing's been really good right from camp. It's the 27th of September. And we left camp after having a fabulous breakfast, looking at trumpeter swans. And now we're out just doing a little bit of a day trip. And we're up on about a 30 rod portage. But this is just a gorgeous little portage. A set of rapids. I mean, does it get any prettier than this? Of course, Dose and Nelson. I see them getting the action, fish action that is. They're just fabulous. Well, it's still Wednesday. It's back from well, pretty much a day trip. We were going to go down to Lake Gabbro, but just couldn't seem to, you know, convince ourselves to do the full day trip. We kind of got, we had some orienteering issues, so we found a really nice campsite, had lunch, and then decided to come back here and basically relax, fish, and play. So again, here's another shot of this fabulous little island. And it looks like someone's built 2 channels through there. On the other side, yeah, we're drying out camp. Not that it rained, but just to make sure that our clothes have no moisture when we sleep, we remain tighty and warm and comfortable. Now, isn't that just gorgeous? Just gorgeous. I mean, this is a fabulous sight. Fabulous sight. But I guess I will slight some people who have been here who have not respected it. We got the food barrels down. There's a fresh pile of gathered firewood for tonight. We try to find as much old beaver wood as possible. That seems to burn the hardiest and the longest. So in some of my videos, I kind of rant and rave, or just basically rant. Rave about the site, but I'll rant about some things that people are absolute idiots and do. And let me give you a prime example. I mean, obviously there were some dead trees here. So in the effort to have the best fire ever, people have come and just started chopping them down. So they left all these stumps. I mean, come on, people. Respect it. If you're going to chop something down, do it as close to ground level as possible. I mean, these are all tripping hazards. Plus, it just looks horrible. Just looks horrible. All right, that's my rant. And don't damage trees. I mean, don't damage trees. Don't damage nature. Nature has its own difficulties, and we need to love it and respect it. All right, rant's over. Day started out a little bit overcast, but now the sun's out, it's clearing up. Tonight for dinner, we're having spaghetti with Cabernet and fresh baked rosemary bread. And I got some surprises for the boys. We did, however, listen, and there's a possibility of some rain. So we did indeed come down here and set up our tarp. So here's our little tarped area. Again, fabulous site. Fabulous site. All right, more to come. Well, here's a view of the channel that we came in yesterday and found this site. See, it comes up and it's not that deep, but it's pretty well, you know, rocky on each side. And there's another view of that beautiful little island right out by us. So when you do want to, you know, go to the next lake, you got to go right through here to get there. This side, no go. But what a delightful area. Thursday morning. After a huge meal of spaghetti last night. This is the remnants in the morning. But where are the guys? Oh. Where are they having their coffee? Oh.
They're just floating up the street. What's fun about it? I've seen those one wheels.
I'm gonna have to make another cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, our neighbor has
Big
one of
fat, like wheels. What's going on?
Yeah. The guy,
Again,
the guy that owns Riverside, that lives behind us, he's got one of those.
what is it? There's one wheels?
I don't know what you call it. It's like a wheel about this wide and a little board about this long. It sits up.
Hilton down the middle of the trail. It's really funny.
Yeah.
We're just lounging around this afternoon. We did turn on the radio, and there's a possibility of some thunderstorms. And we figured we might want to readjust the tarp. So we got out 2 tarps instead of just one and built this. It's almost like a gigantic tent, where if we have to come in out of the rain, you can stand up in it. We'll be able to cook, be able to eat. 4 guys can sit here and actually play cards. But it's huge. It's huge, I tell you. Huge. So I would say it's roughly 20 feet long and 12 feet wide. What are you eating? Well, describe them.
Dill planters, dill pickle flavored cashews.
Dill pickled flavored cashews.
Never had one yet.
Oh.
About to attempt it. I love cashews.
What you doing, Mr.
Hard to
Nelson?
mess up a good cashew.
Picking up dill pickle flavored
Cashews. We let nothing go to waste.
Let nothing go to chipmunks.
We do have a little campsite chipmunk and a little mouse that come out. Chipmunk during the day, the mouse at night, right down there by the stove.
Just go out and sit at your little point, or
Out doing some fishing. Beautiful day. Well, beautiful part of the day. It's not been this way always. We've got some sun. But Tom and I really, enjoy being out in the boat and fishing, but we don't particularly enjoy the boat. It's a little bit narrow, so we found a way to compensate. We've got all these boulders in the bottom of the boat, so it's got far more stability. And I tell you, it makes a whole world of difference. Otherwise, we're out with an unloaded boat. Look at those beautiful islands. Oh, yeah, baby. Doesn't get better than this. And we're just basically down the slough. Our campsite is up around the corner on the left-hand side. Any words of wisdom?
no, just enjoy the day.
Doesn't get better than this. Friday after breakfast. Got our rain gear on, and we're just doing some fishing. Just scored a nice little walleye. Of course, we do catch and release. But we got some thunder moving in. In fact, we did already have a huge rain squall come through, but no lightning. We get lightning, we get out of the boat. But right now, it's actually kind of peaceful. And to the south of us, the sky does not look that bad at all. Don't know if you can hear the rumbling.
It's kind of a perpetual thunder.
Yeah, perpetual thunder. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Just back from a little adventure, did some fishing. I actually caught 2 fish. I caught a walleye and a northern. And now it's just Nelson and I relaxing underneath the Taj Mahal while we got another squall of rain coming through. And just in case, we might have to have dinner under the tarp, So we got most of the necessities here needed. Tom 1 and Tom 2 decided to go take a nap in their tent, and hopefully they made it to their abode before they got drenched with rain. Well, welcome to the mobile restaurant, where tonight we have on the menu pad thai. We decided since it was so windy in camp, we just brought everything out here, the other side of this little peninsula we're on. Not a breath of air. It's actually at least about 5 or 6 degrees warmer here than it is on the other side. So this is where we're having our last night's dinner. All right, we're paddling out. Coming up to the first and only portage before we get to the major portage to the car. And you got a little bit of rapids here on the left-hand side. The boys up there are unloading, so we're just kind of coasting in. Beautiful trip. Overcast, no wind, easy paddle out. Just done with a little portage, which is short, so we call it a shortage. Just up and over this. Don't know if you can hear the rapids. And there's the other side. A shortage. A beautiful little shortage. Well, the final loadout on we got about a half-mile portage to the truck. And then we probably change our clothes and head out to get a beer and a burger. The end of another fun trip.
Are you scooping and drinking?
I found that laying on the beach over there.
Here's the pro. Here's the pro. 73. And there's the backpacker.
Chipmunks! Chipmunks!
Okay, there you go.
Here we go.